Hi, everybody. Welcome to GW Center for Integrative Medicine Zoomcast. I'm your co-host, Dr. Kogan, medical director. As you may have heard, we have Medical Mushrooms Conference coming up this Friday, September 22nd. I'll put the links in the chat. It's not too late to join. It's virtual, so you can attend it from anywhere. I'm going to show you a little bit of a little bit of a taste of what we're going to be covering. Conference is very exciting. We have Andrew Weil opening it up. We have Paul Stamets, of course, many of you know him, kind of a celebrity in the mushrooms field. He's going to be participating and giving a talk as well as joining a panel. And so I decided to show just a little bit of a topic that's, of course, close to my heart, which is cognitive decline and use of mushrooms for it. So I'm just going to show you a little preview, but of course, I'm going to also ask you to subscribe to this channel. It does matter, and you will get anything updated, new videos very soon, very quickly, and you don't have to search for them. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is, let me just get to the slides and show you. I'm going to show you just a couple of things that I'm going to present. Particularly, I decided that one of the things that I got very interested in when I start preparing for this talk, I realized not only that there's a lot of data saying, look, people who consume more mushrooms in their food tend to be protected against cognitive decline to some degree. So this is a US study of about 3,000 patients showing some benefit. Not a major benefit, subtle benefit, but nonetheless, this is just looking at consuming mushrooms as part of your diet. But then there's a French. So the French mushrooms are a little bit different. They tend to consume more gourmet mushrooms, which we would be linking closer to protective properties for cognition. So, their results been a bit better. They found a stronger correlation. And interestingly, here's where I started noticing specific wording. So this molecule called ergothioneine, which is a known antioxidant. It's actually an amino acid that's very prevalent in our blood, and it declines with stress and aging. When you look at the mushrooms, many of them contain this substance. Now, it's not the only, this ergo, as sometimes I'm just going to call it, comes not just from mushrooms, but it also comes from some beans and some other plant. But mushrooms have a very high concentration of it. And so this was kind of a general overview of the topic, linking the drop in ergo in our blood to increased risk of Alzheimer's and increased risk of deterioration of the atrophy, of atrophy in the hippocampal area. So then, of course, the obvious question is, well, can you give someone, or can you actually compare? Can you look at the levels and say, okay, patients with Alzheimer's have much lower level, and then can you give those patients the ergo and see what happens? Can they reverse, or can they slow down the decline? So the link was clear. This is a pretty sizable study, almost 500 participants, showing that yes, as Alzheimer's progresses, there's a lower levels of ergo. It's a correlation, not a causation, but nonetheless correlation. So then, of course, obvious question is, well, then let's give ergo to first animals and see what happens. And it worked pretty well. Actually completely arrested progression of Alzheimer's disease at high enough doses, just this molecule alone. So, of course, ergo is very common in lion's mane. I think I'm going to stop here, except to say that, of course, there's a lot of data on lion's mane. I'm going to be reviewing it in detail. We're going to be talking about dosing. We're going to be talking about, how do you get this? I mean, you can obviously buy this in the supermarket in certain gourmet sections or in like farmer's market, but that's going to cost your arm and a leg. You can also look for them. It's a little tricky. I'm sure we're going to be covering this a little bit at the conference. I personally picked lion's mane on many occasions, but again, you need to kind of know what you're looking, and you need to have certain level of courageousness and expertise. So if you've never done it, don't do it. But I hope you come to the conference. Again, as I said, I will post the links in my video here. And I'll also post the link to some of the studies. I hope that you have a great day. And I know this is a short video, but again, I hope it helps you to understand that we have a pretty large amount of data showing that taking lion's mane is very beneficial for cognitive decline. Now, of course, I will be at the conference putting this in context of other things, so I don't really believe that just taking mushrooms or just eating lion's mane as a food, for example, will give you significant chances of preventing any Alzheimer's disease from ever happening. But again, it's a complex. It's a part of other things. It's a wonderful food. I hope if you join this conference, one thing you'll get out of this is that include mushrooms in your diet. I think they're wonderful. I think I've personally been consuming them despite some episodes of, mushrooms require expertise. So hope to see you there. See you soon on this channel, covering all things health, all things integrative medicine, and healthy aging. All the best to you. Bye.